Good afternoon. It is February the 1st, 2018, and we had a great day today, if I do say so myself. We caught the markets and what they were going to do. About as good as it could be got when you're swagging it in, so hopefully tomorrow will be the same. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under overcompensated for the impact of any certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Okay, this morning we thought the first move would be a rally. We were looking for a place to sell it. We were hoping to sell into the 29.31 area. It stopped at basically 25. Move, pause, move. The market didn't break. We held. We switched sides. We thought the low was in. We thought the next move was going to be up. We said the buy was 17.75 to 20.50. That worked. When we broke out to the upside, we said resistance was 35.37. That worked. And we got back to our original buy area of 2050, 1775 on that particular bar. So it's pretty hard to have a day much better than that when you get right down in the Emini or any market for that matter. We do this consistently, so it's not that it's not a fluke. Emini lower high, lower low. F1 says find a place to sell it. And we have a couple of distributions here, so we got that's kind of a weird looking profile. So if we'll put it all together right here, and we still have a B, and we got to move out of the middle there in J period. So down to tomorrow's news. My guess is that the projected numbers will come in higher than forecast. I don't know if that'll happen. Looking for 175K. The ADP number was 235, I believe. Last month, I think the ADP number was 259. The non-farm payroll last month was 148. 4.1. If these two numbers are off the consensus forecast, you can get a whipsaw. Manufacturing jobs, 18K. They'll take a look at that. And earnings up 0.3. Average work week 34.5. Consumer sentiment 95. That one can come in higher than forecast. A couple of the recent sentiment indicators have come in higher than forecast. Factory orders 1.5. And Baker Hughes rig count. The focus, non-farm payrolls and unemployment, then consumer sentiment and factory orders. So I'm guessing it'll come in higher than forecast. We'll see if that happens. The news, if as forecast, even at 175, is strong economic numbers. So right now, if we did not have news, and that'll drive tomorrow's trading, we'd be trying to sell 25s to 27s. This is without news. And back to our 30 to 32. On the buy side, definitely 15 to 17. And 10 to 12. This is without news. Treasuries got hit pretty hard. Fed's raising interest rates on schedule. Next interest rate increase in March. Fed thought inflation was starting to come back. That's not good news for bonds, so they got hit with a double whammy in the FOMC announcement. We are lower. We wanted to sell it today, and that turned out. F1 says find a place to sell it. Again, we're down to news. This morning we had 12 to 16 as resistance. The high is 18.5. Our number one buy was 5 to 9. That first low was 11. And we're in our 5 to 9 area right now, and the market is still selling. So we got the short side right. It did fit with our idea, and here we are. So without news, we're selling 7s to 11s and 15s to 19s. On the buy side, the buck to 04 and 25 to 29. Looking at the 30-year, $20 to 24. Actually, let's make it 16 to 20s. Number one, sell 23, 27, sell 1. 31 to 03, sell 2. This also fits the pattern of next week's auction. We'll make 8 to 12, number one. That's where we are right now. So buy 1 to 5. Let it go a little bit lower in London. And 21, 25 for buy 2. Gold. Took a while, finally rallied, got into our number 2 sell zone. Our first sell zone worked out just fine. Oh, higher low, higher high. F1 says we can be buyers. Took a long time. Gold finally rallies up and blew through our second sell zone. Gold inflation on the FOMC announcement this week would be supportive for gold. Bitcoin sold today. That could be part of it. I mean, I don't know. It's just when Bitcoin rallies, gold tends to go up. When Bitcoin sells, it tends to go up. So that could be part of it too. Without news, 53.55 sell 1, 58.60 sell 2. On the buy side, 48 to 50 buy 1, and 43.45 buy 2. Looking at crude oil, Goldman came out and said 82 bucks was where crude is headed. It's a pretty fancy regression analysis machine program. I just kicked that information out of. We'll see if that happens. It is strong. It is trading up and it's holding the gains. So do an L split right there. Looks like we got a pretty good shot at retesting 66.56 on this screen. was that late rally that started in K period, and here we are up at 66. So 66 and a quarter, sell 1. 50 to 75, sell 2. The contract that'll be least impacted by tomorrow's non-farm payroll numbers will be crude. But if as forecast, it should be supportive. 50 to 75, buy 1. 65 even, 65 and a quarter, buy 2. And the dollar was up versus the yen, down versus the euro again today. So currency markets are all over the place. Strong day in the euro. F1 says buy it. F2 will say the same thing. Right there's the most recent high. So 60 to 70, sell 1. Get through that. 126 even, plus or minus, sell 2. On the buy side, 25 to 35, buy 1. And the buck to 10, buy 2. That does it for this February 1, 2018. I'll see you bright and early in the morning. You'll have a great evening, and we'll see if we can't shake that money tree again tomorrow. I'm out of here.